A lovely and warm welcome. It's now time for the news on Hope Channel Zambia. Let's take a look at stories making headlines in our news today. Chiwodia mother appeals for help as daughter battles lifelong spine condition. Polio vaccination campaign has been launched. Government to recruit 2,000 teachers countrywide. And over 50 Mulungushi University students baptized during WASE. Details of these stories plus more coming up shortly. To stay with us.
Hello, my name is Daddy Chitalu, Production Manager for Hope Channel Zambia. In line with the reach 1 billion people with the gospel by 2030, Hope Channel Zambia is looking for compassionate individuals who can donate in kindness or financially to the number and bank details displayed on the screen. Your contribution will help many be reached with Hope Channel's life-changing content. Together, we can reach out to this 1 billion people targeted to be reached to before or by 2030.
Thank you so much for joining us with the news in detail. I'm Bright Sinkozi. Health Minister Dr. Alex Katakwe has launched the polio vaccination campaign aimed at safeguarding child health in Zambia. Speaking during the launch in Lusaka today, Dr. Katakwe says the vaccination not only safeguards child health but also prevents the resurgence of vaccine-preventable diseases. He said the campaign targets children under the age of 5 to ensure protection against polio type 2 virus. Dr. Katakwe has urged parents and guardians to take their children for vaccination. In February this year, the country detected polio type 2 virus in Lusaka. Zambia is among the countries in the Southern African sub-region to detect polio type 2 virus together with Namibia and Angola. Later, the minister officially opened the refurbished National Polio Laboratory at the University Teaching Hospitals, UTH.
Some babies are being vaccinated by Health Minister Dr. Alex Katakwe at the University Teaching Hospital in Lusaka. The vaccination marks the launch of type 2 poliovirus that was detected in Lusaka in February. The virus matches closely with the one detected in the Zambia's neighboring countries, Namibia and Angola. This means that the Southern Africa sub-region remains on high alert. In an effort to combat this, government, through the Ministry of Health, together with its cooperating partners, have rehabilitated the National Polio Laboratory at UTH. Dr. Katakwe says the polio vaccination campaign will be rolled out from 20th to 23rd of April 2026 in 6 provinces, namely Lusaka, Eastern, Central, Muchinga, Southern, and Western.
The refurbishment of the National Polio Laboratory will facilitate progressive performance to optimal operational capacity and will benefit Zambia and the neighboring countries in the sub-region. As part of the Global Polio Laboratory Network, this laboratory will support processing of stool specimens from patients with acute flaccid paralysis, as well as incorporate testing of wastewater samples. This is part of the rapidly expanding environmental surveillance initiative that is driven by the need to improve detection and provide early warning system for silent asymptomatic poliovirus circulation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is fitting that the inauguration of the networks to upgrade the virology lab we are witnessing today has coincided with the commencement of the polio vaccination campaign being conducted in response to the detection of a variant type 2 of poliovirus isolated from wastewater samples that was collected in Machichi sewer ponds in Lusaka district in February 2026. The isolate recorded in Lusaka was linked to other variants circulating in Namibia and Angola. The outbreak in Zambia is occurring in a broader regional context of elevated risk following similar confirmation of type 2 polioviruses reported in neighboring countries within the East and Southern African region. Polio is a highly contagious disease that commonly affects children, causing generalized illness, paralysis, leading to permanent disability.
Incorporating partners have pledged to support government in spearheading the polio response by leaving no child behind.
We value the power of partnership, solidarity, collaboration and working together in our shared commitment to improve health. This upgraded laboratory and the polio campaign is a testimony to the power of partnership delivered through the Global Polio Education Initiative, bring together the government of Zambia, UNICEF, WHO, the Gates Foundation, Gavi, USCDC.
In recent years, too many children missed their polio vaccination, gaps that were made worse by COVID-19 pandemic. This outbreak is a clear reminder that we must renew our focus and strengthen routine immunization, make it a national priority, and to build a resilient health system. Where routine coverage drops, children face avoidable illnesses, lifelong disabilities, and even death.
UNICEF, CDC initiated the global effort to eradicate polio. It was one of the boldest public health commitments in history, and it remains one of the greatest promises we made to the children. And while we journey in this together, it has not been easy. The world has come so far, and we do not have to stop now. Here in Rotary, through our strength in fundraising and volunteer mobilization, Rotary is proud to stand with the government of Zambia and with all the partners in this fight.
Laboratory will benefit the wider health system. The enhanced virological and genomic sequencing capacity will improve our ability to respond to other viral diseases and public health threats, thereby strengthening national and regional health security.
Later, the minister, together with his entourage, unveiled the building and toured the laboratory that costed about $1 million. Esnat Mbewesikazwe, Hope News, Lusaka.
A Lusaka woman in Chibolya compound is appealing for urgent assistance as she struggles to care for her teenage daughter living with a severe spinal condition that has required medical attention since birth. 14-year-old Dorcas Ngandwe, who turns 15 this year, has endured a lifelong condition affecting her spine, leaving her in a constant need of treatment at the University Teaching Hospital. Her mother, Maggie Kalukwembe, says the situation has become increasingly difficult as she is now unable to afford transport for frequent hospital visits, while also facing eviction from her rented home due to unpaid rent. Ms. Kalukwembe adds that she has no option of relocating to her village as her daughter requires consistent access to specialized medical care in Lusaka. The situation is further compounded by the absence of the child's father, who reportedly left the family and has since been unreachable. Despite the challenges, Ms. Kalukwembe has expressed gratitude to those who have offered support in the past, including members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church and is now appealing to well-wishers for help during the difficult time. Here's a report. In a quiet part of Lusaka's Chibole compound, a mother's daily reality is defined by resilience, uncertainty, and unyielding love for her child. 14-year-old Dorcas Ngandwe has lived with a severe spinal condition since birth, one that has left her in constant discomfort and in need of ongoing medical care. Her condition, which affects her spine and has led to persistent wounds, has never fully healed. For her mother, Maggie Kalukwembe, each day begins and ends with the responsibility of caregiving, ensuring her daughter is as comfortable as possible while navigating the difficult realities of limited resources. Regular visits to the University Teaching Hospital remain critical for Dorcas's survival and well-being, but getting there is a struggle. Transport costs have become a burden Miss Kalukwembe can no longer manage alone.
Futi ifamika kafeta takwata fili nuna spine stage ozikula mchinja madaipa sapa nakwata futi chironda ntali kafuti para family bonzo de paso kutalia family bonzo para talia ta chami na futi chironda ta nkanda tayamini so mwali sikamukati amwana mlafu mama fina na menshi elo futi chimbi chironda futi ali suka na chena chili open so stage yose kusanga wafala magrupu wabokilina nemichisho batwende so ili nginga sangwa mano yale minina gachakaba chinatondoka ndasana palasi ngalwana BP na chini mwelesa na mishila kulini palini inichepi yovale sayinanga kupera nishina kupera situation yose napitamu akweba chinangwalwa la doka salwa lishokweba chilinjala umeka batile salisa mkumfunya futi maproblem yakubana so eti nishukile sana bachakoba flati banga fako fye bako na mwaka kuchiferansu abakuchesungiri omwana okusamba kose kuntu kwa shupa akula nini kuda hospital balando kweba chimwana alifaikwa ameshi alepita no chila muteka mchibafu amu msambika na ameshi aleingira mukati yale mpera futi problem yimbi ama James futi yale ingira so kusamba na kwena ma doctors bali yeje bakwachi kusamba kwa dokasi na toilet kai toilet unabo kumufanya kwa betu bakipera ku hospital ka kumufisha po si machoka yeka katwa daile machoka yeka but futi aka gasa bai dalia ni kuvala maglovu wasipana tupasa bocho sera kuna mikwali wachosa so chimakala choni vutako kambi champi zawazi ni mulungu chabe ngasi mulungu imbina ilinga shawapo.
Beyond medical needs, another crisis is looming. Miss Kalukwembe has been asked to vacate her home after falling behind on rent. With no stable income and the demands of constant medical care, she now faces the possibility of homelessness. Returning to the village is not an option. Dorcas's condition requires consistent access to specialized medical attention, services only available in Lusaka.
So isa shikataimi ya pateti vanabwena vakamba kuti amave Dorcas mufunika muchoke munyumba na vadandaula tikoenda nilipe nimbikizeni au vanabwa vakana chilifuna chenu muchoke munyumba Mariasi anabwa vatandiza mwana anabwa anatandisa ku Mariasi anavapasa vadei vanayumira chaba chilifuna mnyumba muchoke navauza chimene zaenda kuutia etsakidani koedero kumuzi mungaembe kumuzi ningaende sinikana nomba problem yakwa Dorcas wafilisho chipatala chako chaka kuno umweyo wako usangwa feshkedi wasi wa hospital songa na kumushama desi yakwa doka yana chepa songa friend of yesu ngeni kumanabu abakana tsawe So banabwera nabakuchechi kwaliamba badokasi magana nabayodasi ebayirande nabena bakambisana nakuchawo basunga invest
The situation is further complicated by the absence of Dorcas's father, who left the family and has not been reachable. Despite the hardships, Ms. Kalukwembe acknowledges the support she has received in the past from well-wishers, including members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But she says more help is urgently needed.
Tupa toilet food toilet
Today, her appeal is simple: support for transport to the hospital and a safe place to go home. As Dorcas approaches her 15th birthday, her story remains one of endurance in the face of overwhelming challenges. For her mother, every act of kindness could make the difference between despair and hope. Well-wishers willing to assist are encouraged to reach out through the provided contacts on Hope Channel Zambia. Bright Sinkozi, Hope News, Lusaka. Well, in other news, residents of Kapinde in Luangeni constituents of Chipata district in Eastern Province have welcomed the construction of the Kapinde Health Post, financed through the Constituents Development Fund, CDF. They have expressed gratitude to President Hakainde Hichilema for responding to lobbying efforts by the area's Member of Parliament and Deputy Speaker Moses Moyo. Beneficiary Miriam Shawa explained that prior to the facility's establishment, villagers were compelled to travel to Gwanuka and Jerusalem for medical services. Ms. Shawa said the new clinic includes a staff house, running water, a flushable toilet, and a connection to the national electricity grid. She revealed that it now serves 18 villages that include Dulila, Kapinde, Mukwekwe, Mushasho, Kachele, Chinyama, and Musanzula. Ms. Shawa appealed for further investment in a labor ward, benches, additional beds, and ultrasound equipment to enhance service delivery. Another resident, Precious Spiri, highlighted that the clinic now provides essential medicines, significantly improving healthcare access in the area.
So abameshina bwa pafupi at least omwana adwala anytime tukanisa kubwera because ni pafupi so ndiso yamikira pa icho kuri government batipasa clinic then zopempa tingafuneko chabati watimangireko lebele bawadi hapo and then my bench na hivi pale so sitanka pasta kwa ma bench tulio abantu bali hapo so tifuna ma bench and then na mabeds yambiri
abalomba tipata dietera kubera pafupi umuntu ndo siku kinyamuka tibera nimsana ntazino kukuza amavara dutandiza tupasa umuntu ndo ajefuwa tibera tunofati pasa kupata chikabo bora tenda kliniki kitali kujesale umuntu akadwala matenda ya serious kumwami kujeno.
In another headline story, the Ministry of Education has announced the recruitment of 2,000 teachers for 2025. Education Minister Douglas Sisiagalima said the advert will run in national newspapers and on digital platforms starting 21st of April 2026. Speaking at a press briefing in Lusaka, Mr. Siakalima said the process will use fresh applications open to all eligible candidates. He said this approach will ensure transparency, fairness, and equal opportunity nationwide to curb malpractice. The Anti-Corruption Commission, Office of the President Special Division, and the Drug Enforcement Commission are involved to protect the integrity of the process and prevent malpractice. Of the 2,000 posts, 92 are for early childhood education, 565 for primary schools, and 1,343 for secondary schools. In line with inclusivity, 10% of positions are reserved for persons with disabilities. Mr. Siakalima says the development will prioritize rural and hard-to-reach areas, plus new and upgraded schools to support equitable access to quality education. Priority will go to candidates trained in critical subjects like mathematics, sciences, ICT, Zambian languages, and practical subjects to support the competence-based curriculum. Education Minister also says applications are open from 21st April and will close on Monday, 27th April 2026. He says the selection will be done at district, provincial, and national levels, with the whole exercise set to end by late May 2026. Successive candidates are expected to be on the payroll by August 2026. In order to improve efficiency, government has rolled out a digital application system where candidates apply online using Teaching Council registration credentials. And for those with connectivity issues, designated post offices will provide internet access. Physical applications can also be sent via express mail through the Zambia Postal Service Corporation. Details are in this.
Applicants will be required to meet clearly defined criteria, and these include being a Zambian citizen, being at least 18 years of age, being registered with the Teaching Council of Zambia, and having completed professional teacher training. Applicants must also demonstrate readiness to serve anywhere, and I repeat, anywhere in the country for a minimum period of 4 years. Priority will be given to candidates trained in critical subject areas such as mathematics, science, ICT, Zambian languages, and practical subjects. The Teaching Service Commission will tomorrow, Tuesday, 21st April 2026, issue an advertisement in both print and electronic media, inviting applications for the recruitment of 2,000 teachers. Applications will close on Monday, 27th April 2026, after which the recruitment process will be undertaken at district, provincial, and national levels. The exercise is expected to be concluded by the end of May 2026, with successful candidates placed on the government payroll by August 2026. To enhance efficiency and integrity, government has introduced a digital application, as said by the chairperson system, accessible through an online platform, as will be prescribed in the recruitment advertisement. Applicants will submit their applications online using their Teaching Council of Zambia registration credentials. In recognition of the diverse circumstances of applicants across the country, government has also provided alternative application pathways to ensure inclusivity and accessibility. Applicants facing connectivity challenges may access internet services through designated post offices across the country. In addition, those unable to apply online may submit physical applications through the express mail service on the Zambia Postal Services Corporation. Other institutions, including the Zambia Postal Services Corporation and security wings, such as the Anti-Corruption Commission, the Office of the President Special Division, and the Drug Enforcement Commission, have been engaged to safeguard transparency, prevent malpractice, and ensure a merit-based selection process. If you run away, you have expelled yourself from the teaching profession.
We are discarding the 2023 database that we used for recruitment last year, because we realized that it left out the 2023 themselves, because 2023, when we created the database, we picked from 2022 going backwards. So 2023, 24, 25 are not in the database. So we are creating a new database. I hope that answers your question. The second part of the people who graduated earlier, we have introduced in our ranking system now a new field which looks at year of completion. So the older you are, the earlier you graduated, the higher your score will be.
Still to come in the news, 6 nabbed for drug trafficking. Construction of network towers elites Nyumba residents, plus some religious stories. For now, let's take a break. We'll be right back. To stay with us.
Did you know that you've got the right to complain against any radio or television broadcast? Did you also know that every radio or television station has an obligation to respond and address your complaints when aggrieved? The first step is to complain to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond reasonably to you, that is within 14 days. If not satisfied, then escalate your problem to the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
We're at Mass Media Complex, Ali King Carter Road, PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or call us on +260 211 250589, or visit our website at www.iba.org.zm. IBA, promoting ethical and professional broadcasting.
Hello, my name is Mwene. In line with a reach 1 billion people with the gospel by 2030, Hope Channel Zambia is reaching out to you, yes you, for a donation in kind or financially in order to assist us to achieve this goal. The donation will go a long way in not only reaching 1 billion people, but also building the kingdom of God. To make your donations, you can reach out to us through the numbers that are running on your screen, and all the details are there. May God bless you.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. And now for the rest of the news, the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, has intensified Operation Kofeza, leading to strategic drug seizures and the arrest of suspected traffickers across several provinces. In Nyumba district of Eastern Province, DEC formally charged and arrested Undi Mwanza, a 29-year-old in the area. He is linked to the unlawful cultivation of 150.1 kilogram of cannabis plants and trafficking 234.4 grams of loose cannabis. In Northern Province, officers arrested Sylvia Malama, 22, in Mukumbe village in Lunte district for unlawfully cultivating 104 kilograms of cannabis plants, when Moses Mumba, a 25-year-old, was arrested in the same area for unlawfully cultivating 62 kilograms of cannabis plants. In Lundazi district of Eastern Province still, the commission has arrested Suzio Mkandawire, a 26-year-old, for trafficking in 23 kilograms of dry loose cannabis found concealed in a sack inside his house. 2 other suspects, Masauso Mutonga, a 44-year-old man, and Damiano Piri, 48, were arrested in separate operations for trafficking in 22 kilograms and 21 kilograms of loose cannabis, respectively. The Commission has warned individuals involved in illicit drug activities that they will be brought to book in order to curb communities from crime.
The Drug Enforcement Commission has intensified its Operation Kufeza, leading to significant drug seizures and arrest of several suspected traffickers across multiple provinces. In Eastern Province, a suspect in Nimba district was arrested for unlawful cultivation and trafficking of cannabis, while in Lundazi district, several individuals were apprehended in separate operations for trafficking substantial quantities of loose cannabis. Additional arrests in the same district involved suspects found in possession of cannabis intended for distribution to the public. In Northern Province, 2 individuals were arrested in Lunta district for unlawful cultivation of cannabis plants, with notable quantities recovered. Meanwhile, in Muchinga Province, a suspected transnational drug trafficker was intercepted in Nakonde district after being found with concealed bundles of khat, also known as mira, hidden in laptop bags aboard a motor vehicle. All suspects are currently undergoing legal proceedings. The Commission wishes to send a stern warning to those engaging in illicit drug-related activities that the long arm of the law will soon catch up with them and they'll be arrested and prosecuted accordingly. DEC is urging members of the public to continue reporting suspicious activities to support efforts in combating crime and safeguarding communities.
In technology news, the government through the Zambia Information and Communication Technology ZICTA has commenced the construction of a network tower in Nyemba district of Eastern Province. A check at Chifukudzi area of Katipa Ward in Chieftainess Mwape's area found the works of erecting the tower has reached an advanced stage. North Cliff Construction and Suppliers Limited site manager Mebin Mbewe says the work started 2 weeks ago. Mr. Mbewe said the project has reached 75%, adding that the project is expected to be completed in the next 14 days. He noted that within 14 days, the 55-meter tower will be completed and will be operational. Meanwhile, Chifukudzi Primary School head teacher Isaac Kachali has commended government for considering the people of the area. Mr. Kachali says once operational, the people in the area will no longer face challenges in accessing mobile network.
This tower is going to be ending in 2 weeks' time. The job is only 75%. Just give us 2 weeks, the job is only to be 100% done.
Okay.
Yes. But the material is already there.
Okay.
Yes. So if you can pass by 3 days, you can find maybe the tower is already done. Yes, our people, they are going to feel happy because the main challenge here is network. So if the part of the government, they have done their part, they have done well. Yeah, so they have come to help the people because for now, people, the main communication is what? About network. So everyone uses what? Phone.
Network has been a very big challenge for us because now we are living in a modern technology. Every communication demands for us to be on network. So with the coming of this project, and once this is done, I think we will be part of the world. We will be able also to submit reports and everything that is required by the district effectively and efficiently because we will be able to communicate. The community is very happy because it has been long overdue. We expected this to come some time back, and people for the community, they even thought it is a dead elephant, a white elephant rather. They never believed it will come to pass. So even as they hear that we are having this, today as they were coming, bringing the rest of the materials, we were amazed to see that people are aware that finally the materials for the tower have come. So they are very happy with the project. Yes, I agree with them because looking at the pace at which they work, I think they will be able to do that. They work tirelessly, They work 24/7 when need arise, so they will be able to do it. On behalf of everyone, I think we as Chifukozi community, we are so thankful to the government that really we have been considered to be part of the world in far as technology is concerned. We are very thankful, and we are looking forward to have such things be done to others who are not able to access the internet and the network issue.
Let's now turn our focus to some religious matters. 55 students at Mulungushi University in Central Province have been baptized following a successive total student involvement week of spiritual emphasis. The baptism ceremony was officiated by Pastor Angel Chipulu, the youth director for the Northern Zambia Union Conference, marking the conclusion of a week-long series of evangelistic meetings targeted at the public campus ministry. Speaking during the event, the Midlands East Zambia Conference Youth Director, the Northern Zambia Union Conference Youth Director, emphasized that the public campus ministry, PCM, is strategically established to preach the word of God on campus to ensure students act as ambassadors of Christ. Rockside Seventh-day Adventist Administration Elder Gift Mugwagwa expressed joy at the spiritual development, describing the baptism of the 55 candidates as a testament to the work of God at the institution.
On the banks of Mulungushi River in Kabwe, the usual silence of the weekend has been replaced by songs of praise as the week of spiritual emphasis came to an end at one of Zambia's leading public universities. And for the 55 students, it's a day that will change their lives forever. One by one, baptism candidates stepped into the water. They were met by Pastor Angel Chipulu, the youth director for the Northern Zambia Union Conference. As the 55 students were submerged and raised, their happiness from the shoreline were a testament to a growing movement of faith on campus.
Our strategic directions under public campus ministry to ensure that all campuses are evangelized to, because campuses are unentered areas, and as such we should take advantage and hold meetings that will help young people to make decisions while they are still students on campus.
This isn't just a local church event. It's part of a strategic push by the public campus ministry. The Midlands East Zambia Conference says their goal is simple: to turn students into ambassadors for Christ within their academic circles.
Here by the riverside, where we've just experienced baptism of 55 souls, most of them students from Mulungushi University campus. We see here the fruits of campus ministries. Campus ministries exist to nurture the spirituality of students who are away from their families and they are in school. So it exists to provide an environment where they continue to hold on to their Christ, as well as be ambassadors on campus to reach out to others. And here we stand witness, having seen the works of the students amongst other students, having reached out to them and brought them to Christ. We want to appeal to other campus ministries that this is the way to go. The church exists to evangelize, to bring other people, and campus ministry is not just to entertain students while they are in school, but also help them embrace their Christ's call for them to be disciples and to make other disciples.
University life is often viewed through the lens of exams and social pressure. But here at Mulungushi University, Administration Elder Gift Mugwagwa says this spiritual focus provides a necessary moral compass. For these 55 students, this program wasn't just about finishing a week of prayer. It was about starting a new chapter.
We are pleased to the decisions which have been made by our members, which of the majority of them are coming from public campus ministries. We are really humbled for the willingness and the acceptance of our director from the union, the youth director, Pastor Angel Chipuru.
Yeah, I've taken a step forward in getting baptized. At first I was scared. I was thinking, am I going to continue the same things I was doing? But then I remembered in the Bible, Jesus said, a man shall not see heaven unless they are born again. Me being SDA, it symbolizes to say I have to be born again.
Reporting for Hope TV News, I'm Vincent Hajiwala in Kabwe.
Well, that story compiled by Vincent Hajiwala brings us to the end of the bulletin. But before you go, let's recap on stories that made headlines. Chibodia mother appeals for help as daughter battles lifelong spine condition. Polio vaccination campaign has been launched. Government to recruit 2,000 teachers countrywide. And over 50 Mulungushi University students baptized during WASE. Thank you so much for your time. On behalf of the entire studio and production team, I'm Bright Sinkozi. Remember, hope starts here. Bye for now.